Hi, I'm Jocelyn Metzger with Sunshine Therapeutics and the Voyage to Heal. In this week's blog post about adjusting to change, we're going to be doing a trunk rotational stretch because we want to be able to have that ability to move in all directions. And trunk rotations are by far one of my favorite stretches because our body needs to be able to rotate. And I recently had a conversation with a client that after I worked on his neck, which was really locked up, and I did a lot of work on his back, and he said, I did not realize how much I was rotating my trunk rather than my neck and how much that was affecting my back. And so we want to have freedom of movement in all joints and all places. Otherwise, our body compensates and will tighten up and doesn't want to move. Sometimes this can be very similar to how we get in life, that we get used to a routine, we get used to a pattern, and when change occurs, it's really difficult to break out of that mold that we've already formed ourselves into. And that mold can sometimes become trapping. So when we started our pandemic with COVID-19, we locked ourselves in our house, right? Scared to go out. And as we stayed at home, we found a new norm. We found that working from home, we were able to maybe get more things done, or some of us weren't working at all, such as myself. Even though I was still doing these communications with you, I wasn't getting to go into the office and see my clients like I normally did. My kids weren't going to school. So I adapted to the role of wife and mother and housekeeper. And I'll have to say, at first it was really, really tough because my heart wanted to be at the office, and doing homeschooling was really difficult, and people were in the house a lot more. So the house was getting messier a lot more frequently. But by about the second, third week, I got into a good groove. And this seemed like it became my new norm, taking care of the kids and the house and homeschooling, getting things done around the house that hadn't been gotten done. And so recently, I went back to work just one day a week, and that was really tough. Just as it was tough to adjust to being at home all the time in my new roles, it was tough to reintegrate that one day. And it made me a bit crabby, but I reminded myself that staying at home was not the norm. And eventually, I needed to return to work. We need to return to the community. We're not always going to be trapped in our box of our house in fear. We are going to be able to hug each other again. We're going to be able to sit close. We're going to be able to have friends and family over to our house and go over to their house. We're going to be able to go back into the office and interact with our colleagues. But as we do this, it's an adjustment because we have found a new norm, but we're going to break out of that new norm. Just as a caterpillar knew what the world was like, then went into its little cocoon, and then it spent its whole life wandering around on the ground and climbing trees. And it emerges out of this cocoon as a butterfly, and it's flying. It spent its whole life before that just crawling around the earth, and now it's spreading its wings, and it's going to see the world from a completely new vantage point. Maybe it's a little scary at first, but once that butterfly realizes the new freedoms that it has, it's not going to want to go back to just crawling around on the ground. It's going to spread its wings and fly. So that's what we're going to do in our meditation here. I'm going to show you multiple ways to do the trunk rotation. Of course, you can always do this sitting, and it can be as simple as just bringing one shoulder forward and letting your head move. If that's what you have, take it. That's it. I do want you to see which way is easiest, going to the right or to the left. And I want you to go in the direction of ease first. Let it be easy. There's no harm in that. Now, for those of you laying down, If doing the trunk rotation is difficult, what I want you to do is lay on your side first. And you notice I've got a pillow behind me for that extra support, and I have a pillow right here for my head. And you can lay down on your side, and I always bring my shoulder forward a bit. And I've got this pillow behind me so that if the trunk rotation for you is uncomfortable, you've got this pillow as an extra support. You're already trunk rotated, and I'm resting my arm here, and I'm going to lean back and open up. Now you could have a pillow on your other arm just the same. I move this pillow over, and this way I am fully supported in this trunk rotation. For those of you who can go a little further, remove the pillow behind you, remove the pillow underneath your head, and we're going in the direction of ease just the same, and reach your arm out. If you have a shoulder issue, put your arm up on that pillow. That's okay. We never, ever, ever want to force. Now, if you are able, you can also extend that leg, and if you're laying on the bed, what's nice is you can let it drop down. And it adds into that extra bit of trunk rotation. As you open up, your arm doesn't have to be on there. The goal is that this back shoulder right here, both shoulders are able to touch the bed. That's the ultimate goal. Now, I'm feeling a little bit of tension in my lower back here, so maybe I just start off right like this, and as that tension dissipates, I extend my leg out. I don't want to have any, I don't want to have pain. I don't want to induce pain, and definitely if you're bracing against a stretch, it's too much. Let it be easy once again. Now, if you wanted, you can always start with your knees this way and then rotate. And if you do that and it's too much, go ahead and put a pillow right there to support your knees. So dependent upon where you're having your tension, most tension, if it's in the lower back, start on your side and rotate your upper body. If it's more in this upper body, start laying on your back and let your legs rotate this way. As this becomes easier, you just pull the pillow out and allow your legs to go further and further towards the bed. All right. So I'm going to rotate my hips a little bit. I'm going to stretch my arms out. All right. I may stretch my leg out now. After just a little bit, this feels a lot more comfortable. And as always, to become present in the moment, I'm going to take about 5 to 10 nice deep breaths in. You can breathe in through your nose, feeling your belly and your back expand. Breathing all the way down to that pelvic floor. And as you hold this stretch, you're just going to say to yourself, I allow myself to adjust to the change. Acknowledging that nothing is forever. And I allow it to be easy. I give myself time to adjust to the change, remembering that nothing is forever
myself to let it be easy. I will acknowledge my feelings, understand why I'm feeling the way I am, and I allow the change to happen. So as you hold this stretch, I want you to imagine yourself as that caterpillar, exploring the world from the ground. What do you like? What do you not like? What is the greatest part of being a caterpillar? What is the worst part of being a caterpillar? Knowing that you must change. Slowly bring one knee up and the other, rotating to the other side. Your head can be turned towards your knees or away, whatever is most comfortable to you. Remember your options with the pillows. What feels best to you? And take that moment to feel yourself wrapped in that cozy cocoon, safe as you transition. Imagine your body changing. Envision how beautiful you're going to be. And now that you have fully transitioned, envision that cocoon opening up. Envision your wings spreading as you spread your fingers apart. Maybe now you extend that top leg out, feeling that freedom. Feel what it's like for that butterfly to first take flight. world from up high now, looking down. How different everything looks. How small the world can look from up high rather than so big from down low. Take that deep breath in, exhale. Envisioning yourself as the butterfly. Perch on a branch and just look around. Feel the sun on your wings, the breeze against those wings. Land on a flower now and taste the nectar, that sweet nectar of the flower, nourishing your body. And take flight again. What is the best part of being a butterfly? What is the worst part of being a butterfly? This is your new norm. This is your new reality. There is no going back to being a caterpillar. You will always be this beautiful butterfly. Say to yourself, I allow it to be easy. I give myself permission to adjust to this change and to soak it in and to let it be. I am happy being a butterfly. I am happy where I am at. I know this is God's way. And it's the only way. I allow it to be easy. I encourage you to hold this stretch for as long as you would like. And as you come out of it, slowly bring one leg up and the other leg up, letting it to be easy. You may even need to repeat again on the opposite side and do this a few times. But remember, after this time of quarantine, you are now a butterfly. You are more beautiful than ever. You have more freedoms than ever to soar high and go where you want to go. Let it be easy. Walk the path that God has laid out for you. Thank you for joining me, and Godspeed on your voyage to heal. Please visit my
blog post at sunshinetherapeutics.com or watch more of the videos along your voyage to heal. You may also want to look into the full 12-week process of shifting from fear to love through self-awareness, stretches, exercises, changing your everyday habits, and most powerfully, changing your thoughts. Thank you. I love you.